So hey guys, I want to go over kind of briefly what it is I really do, since people keep asking me why I do such different type of work. I don't do traditional massage anymore because quite honestly, it's not really fixing the problem. Massage is great and it feels great. You can get relaxed. It really helps to kind of settle your nervous system. Cupping works, Graston's okay. The problem with a lot of these modalities is that it's not really addressing the problem. Like you have to keep going back to your chiropractor to get adjusted, or you have to keep going back to your physical therapist to keep working on that tight muscle you have in your rotator cuff. I question all that. I want to know, why is that muscle tight all the time? Why is your SI joint constantly being needed to be adjusted or cracked or popped? So in my work in the functional neurology realm, which really kind of plays off of applied kinesiology, we have learned that issues usually happen in the body not because of the actual structural problem, but because of what's going on physiologically in your body. Are you having a lot of stress or emotional issues right now, like a limbic response, a limbic issue? These are all things that can manifest themselves in the soft tissue of the body. That being said, when I work with people, I assess everything in the body. We look at what your joints are doing. We look at what the muscles are potentially doing or not doing. Does the brain have a good communication signal to the different parts of the body? If, we ask a muscle to do something, can the brain make that happen? Everything's happening on a neurological basis. So I utilize a kind of sophisticated form of muscle testing. So it's a little bit more than just, is the muscle on or off? Is it working? Is it not working? We look at, can the muscle respond to any type of stimulus or input? And many times I will use movement to kind of assess what the nervous system is doing. So the type of muscle testing that I do is definitely a lot more detailed than just, is the muscle on or off? I'm not going to get into all that now, but that's definitely stuff that we do, in my office, in my sessions. Some key things that I typically look at when I work with people is, first off, what is the intrinsic core doing, which is the most important part, I believe, of the fascial players, so to say. So your intrinsic core talks about your pelvic floor, your diaphragm, are you able to breathe properly in and out, what your back erectors are doing, your multifidi, what your transverse abdominis is doing, everything that kind of keeps you here. We make sure that that can function properly, because if you think about it, everything starts from here and works out. So can't have a stable shoulder if you don't have a good, strong, stable intrinsic core. Can't have good, strong hips, again, if you don't have a strong intrinsic core. The second area that I look at are the feet. If the feet don't move properly and they're not able to navigate space and earth when we walk, if your feet are really stiff and rigid, that's going to have a chain reaction all the way up into other distant parts of your body. Joints act, muscles react. So if you have a really stiff foot, your knee's going to probably take the brunt, or your hip's going to start feeling some issues in there because of what's not happening at the foot. So we look at the foot. The other place that I look at, which is where I usually end up working a lot, is on the cranium. Are your cranial bones able to move? Your skull, your cranium bones, should not be so tight and cemented in there like you're wearing a helmet. They need to move, they need to breathe, just like anything else in your body. Your diaphragm, your rib cage moves when you breathe. Your cranial bones need to move and shift during respiration also. And they need to be able to move. They need to be able to allow movement to happen up in here. So those are like the three places that I typically look at with people that I usually find tons of issues in. That's where I start with people, and once we kind of go through those three areas, then we start branching out into other kinetic chains, like the deep longitudinal, the posterior, the lateral chain, the anterior oblique system. Those are other areas that we look at. So again, if you're someone who has been everywhere, has tried everything, still not really getting better, still have like that nagging shoulder pain that just doesn't really go away, gets better but then comes back, these are all things that I can help and address, because most of the time it's coming from another underlying issue, which until that is dealt with, you're going to continue to have whatever issue you're having. So hopefully that kind of explains a little bit more of what I do, and that it's not just you're laying on the table, I'm just rubbing tight muscles, because let's be honest, you have to wonder why those muscles are tight to begin with. So with all the different types of muscle testing that I do, we can determine what exactly is going on in your nervous system and what your brain's allowing you to do or not do. And it's all about trying to create, good movement, good input, good output.